following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
So,
The brother
she
didn't
doesn't
work.
seem, no offense to your mother, Brasina doesn't seem happy.
That sounds normal.
And apparently she can't blame things on your brothers because they've gone off to look for their own things on the Citadel away from her and she's stuck with your mother.
Sounds normal. In my culture, there's a different role and jobs for the boys and the girls.
Let's see.
This is when you phone and you've contacted the Citadel to you round them up and get them into that room.
CC
Sarge, please.
So, what am I to expect when we get back then?
She's probably still really confused about how Asari works, so you could try presenting more masculine to try and get on the boys' team.
No.
And otherwise, just humor her until she goes home. I joined the military to leave.
You could become a commando.
Try being the only daughter.
Good news, everyone. I'm moving
Is
our
it- it's the
headquarters
only-
into
That's what
your
I'm
colony.
I'm surprised you haven't said that one.
That's why she left.
No!
Okay, Zala, we need an extra thing for the submarine. We need a means of gathering samples.
Oh,
Apparently
okay.
they originally have these arms and attachments on the front, but they no longer have them. They were sold off separately when they sold off the original submarine.
You need
So
to get the submarine accessories pack sold
How
separately.
much do you
$15.99.
need?
I don't know, I haven't managed to find one yet, but I was just
We
bringing
could-
it up in case you have an alternate means of gathering the samples.
Well, I do have a somewhat of a water mobility item we could use to help us. One of us would have to be on the outside of the sub, though.
That would be you.
I have spent a lot of time under there already. I haven't seen any, horrific creatures yet. Do you know anything about the local aquatic life?
I think it's pretty safe around here.
Okay.
Well, I trust you in charge of the budget for anything you guys need. Brazina's Omnitool, and I'll just budget for your operation, and we'll pass her like 20,000 credits. And it's just like anything you need, get it sorted.
20,000, not 2,000. 20,000. You have 20,000 credits.
It has a lot more than that.
Pay for your armor. Right now. Fuck you.
This is more. I'm not buying the sub.
No, just like anything you need to pick up with your operation, you can. I trust you more controlling a budget than
Gamble
Big
and drunk
Brother
boy.
Solo.
I am notoriously bad at finance.
Gambling for things is not a way to get
Good to
more
know.
samples.
Don't give you credits and verify anything you decide to purchase. Let's go.
That's probably a good idea, yes.
Oh, the shiny bomb. We really need this.
I think actually what we do from now on is we don't actually pay him anything and he has to come to you anytime he wants to buy something.
Oh, we're not there yet. I don't think we're too far away from
I'm gonna wait until she has to bail me out on my gambling debts the first time.
Give it another week and then you just don't have money.
Yeah, I just have to come up with a little speech and beg
A
for
little
money.
presentation for everything. I think I've been a good boy and I would like a chocolate bar, please.
Sugar buddy.
If you're
one of these
alright.
chocolate bars. Which one do you want? You can only eat one of them. Actually, no, you can only eat one. The other will make you sick. The other one will make you sick.
But it's two!
They
But it's two chocolate bars! It's twice as many!
clearly
Okay,
thought about
we need
it
the
in
hose.
Shredder.
Wait, what if I use my torch to turn them into one chocolate bar?
I think
Yeah,
you turn
melt
them,
them
I think
together.
like the temperature of that torch, you would turn them into non
Yeah,
chocolate bars.
Yes, let's get going. Once we get outside the door and the door's closed, so I wouldn't be concerned about her needing any support if someone breaks in there. Don't mess with Rose's family, apparently.
You know it. And if you see Ada, give him my regards, both barrels.
I will. That's that shotgun.
Sorry, Ator, she said to give you both barrels. What are you going to do with the rest of the shotgun? I don't know. Here you go, she said to give you both.
I thought you knew what you wanted me to do with them.
I'm Zetor, I'm a thickie.
So we have to make our way to the ship to collect the underwater scooter we liberated from Etta,
Oh, if you want to take that as well, then yes, you will have to go back
and then
there.
we can use the main sub to scout and find things, and then I can collect it from the outside.
The good thing is that sub was already designed to do this type of thing, so its sensors will be pretty good for finding your.
Plus, we should know
Sea
how to
pickles.
use it.
So what, you're going to pack it into a van and scooty the Scooty Puff to the beach?
So where exactly are you planning on getting the scooter from?
It's on our ship, is it not?
No, it's on the new ship.
Oh, I thought it was on the.
No.
I thought we put it on our ship.
The retard.
Oh.
That is its name, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get Logane a message or a call even. I'm going to call Logane.
Okay.
I'm going to hope he.
What you're going to get is, hi, you have called outside of our business hours. Your call is not important to us.
I don't think I've called the right person.
Something wrong?
I can't get through to Logane, and I think he has the ship that the Scooty thing is on. I can just hang on to the outside of the submarine. We can talk through comms. Should be fine.
Or ride on
You're
the
all
inside
good
of it
with
and
that?
leave when you needed to.
We've
doesn't have an
discussed
airlock?
that you can't open it without. Well, I guess without the internals getting flooded with water. I'm sure that'll work. We can talk through comms.
Okay. If you're okay with that.
Would have worked.
Yeah, I've got
It would have worked,
floaties.
doesn't it?
No, it can't hold back water, you know that.
Right then.
No.
Which is good, because without those I would not be able to swim properly. I don't actually really know how to swim much. But by tactically applying the floaties and the weight of my suit dragging me down, I was able to get around.
And all of those incredible athletic swimming rolls.
So the floaties give you plus 10, because I've got the good ones, and I've got like 2 coming from my stat. So all the work's being done by the equipment.
Why we gave them to you from the ship.
Then one day he'll fall into the ocean.
That was amazing and properly quarried.
So you poodle in the vehicle she's hired,
weren't they?
transit back to basically the harbour where
With submarines.
with
Yeah,
the
those were
submarine
broken.
is.
That was the joke.
And while you do that, Jella, you arrive at bustling beach with little Tess.
Right. You ready?
I don't know, but let's go ahead anyway. She takes your hand.
Walk her into it to slowly walk in there.
Oh, this feels nice.
You're not causing an
It's like a-
ecological disaster.
I'm watching for the oil patterns.
The BP oil stuff.
yep.
No, she's cleaned up. She cleaned up a while ago.
If Logan's and cleaned her, it's not clean.
I don't think the Logan's ever cleaned her. You've cleaned her sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost weird, like I don't have this desire to molest Tess in a shower.
Gets up to her knees and she's like, oh, I like this. Feels nice. Slightly cold.
You're gonna hate the next part. Walk her to the next part
Okay.
up to the hip.
Up to the hips, yeah. Ooh. Okay, I can adjust to this.
Just wait.
Wait for what?
It'll warm up soon.
Oh, okay.
there's two theories behind this. It's one, you do it slowly like this, or two, and I'm guessing someone's there, or like that.
You know what? What the heck? She just rushes forward and then dives into the water.
You need to show her that John Wayne film where he teaches people to swim.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's fucking awesome, man.
And after like 10 seconds, she floats back up with a slight glow around her. Like with her face up. Okay.
So that's the easy part. Now to actually teach you how to swim. That's your safety device. If you panic, if you're concerned, that's what you do.
Okay.
Go back to instincts.
This feels nice. I've never had so much water on me. Well, I've had water on me, but I've never been in water.
The deeper you go, the more it presses down.
No, I don't want to go too deep. I just want to, play in it, like all those people are.
Well, if you don't want to learn to swim, if you just want to play, then we can only need to go this far. We don't have to go much further.
But wouldn't being able to swim come in handy?
Yes.
So, if you've got the time, I want to learn how to swim.
I'll try and teach you as much as I can.
Does Kiala have swimming?
You have the physics to know, but have you been?
Oh no, I don't have the swim skill. Yeah, I've got 1 in swim.
That's
your
training.
That's still a point.
Swim. Yep. Training. No.
Well, that's wrong.
Yep. All right. So that's 17.
I have no comment, but my class comes with swimming trained.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Imagine any soldiers would have to freaking require it. don't
We
you?
basically come with all of the traversal skills.
Yeah, so you spend probably a couple of hours teaching Tess just some basics, but antibiotics help with her just being able to float, if nothing else. And then she can just paddle away.
Well, I'm not teaching her. I wouldn't be able to teach her a little bit swim, obviously, because of the skill. But it'd be you can keep yourself afloat. It'd be more what I would be training you, which would have been
physics, biotics,
combat skills. You keep alive in water. Well, keep afloat. Don't have to swim. Keep in circles. Slowly drown.
Slowly drown. That's the final lesson in the course.
Then I suppose while they're doing that, you would arrive at the sub with Cinerina.
There she is. It's been incredibly useful. I'm still surprised you managed to get one.
I'm surprised it got back without any damage on it.
Well, they didn't. We made sure they wouldn't spot the
That's a
sub.
pretty backhanded insult against you and the rest of us.
I mean, you can assume we go into a lot of battle zones, I guess. We managed to keep it out of sight until we'd already breached the place that we were going to.
Hey man, our equipment is always top drawer and there's nothing wrong with it, except for that time I landed ship. That was on the time
Plus, I wasn't piloting it. I was swimming out there and doing stuff. I don't know how much I'm actually allowed to say.
Nothing.
So I'm just going to keep it nebulous.
Well, good, because you're going to be swimming out there again and gathering stuff, I suppose.
I'm going to take plenty of photos too. They could be useful in the future.
While you're at the dive place, make sure your air and everything's topped up.
That is a good point. Hang on, I just got to make sure my my suit's reserves are filled.
Of course.
You could have done is got the extra tank out of the ship.
Yeah, but I think we'll be right. The suit gives you a number of hours.
That's would have given you a day.
And the sub's got a little top-up station inside it.
So we could surface and refill. Right, I think I'm ready.
Okay, I've got some containers, for lack of a better term, for you to take some samples in.
Oh, perfect. I'll grab those now. Cool. Club.
And some basic tools, although I don't know if your Omni tool comes with anything for...
I can fabricate most of what I need, but doing it in the water could be problematic. So it's probably good to have some basic tools already assembled.
Okay, now you just need to tell me where to go.
That is a good question. I never did find out where they were harvesting from, but if the place was somewhere in the station, it must be somewhere in that area. So we'll just have to go down and find out.
Okay, I can probably use the readings from the initial sample and feed them into the computer and hope that it can use those to scan for additional samples.
Maybe if there were trace elements of whatever it was feeding on before I got my hands on it, we might be able to isolate some areas too.
Okay. Are you ready?
Ready. Clunk onto the top of the sub.
Okay.
Activate me boots.
Submerges the sub and very slowly, well, not super slowly, but slow enough that you're not going to get hopefully pulled off the submarine.
Should be fine with the gravity boots on.
Goes in under the water.
Excellent.
Good job. You're gonna string down the sound.
Well, now I'll reactivate all the lights and that too. No, we need to be stealthy this time.
So where's the direction of this? Where do you think we should start looking first? She says over the comms.
Well, there's a sort of structure out over this way, and I'll send the coordinates. Probably a good place to start.
Okay.
And then sweep around from there and do some scans. You ever driven one of these things much before?
No, not really. But it's not too dissimilar to flying a ship, except there's a lot more drag and it's...
A lot less buttons, thankfully. Somewhat intuitive, I found.
I think I found somewhere. She says she's made a decent roll with the scam, so...
Excellent. Let's get started over there.
Let's get over there.
Snap a photo of some fish we go past.
Spot check.
10.
You think you see a cluster of what could be what you're looking for?
I think I see something down over there.
Okay, I'll head that way and then bring this to a stop.
Try not to get too close to the rocks, and then of course I'll swim out and see what and get a closer look.
And then you find out in the water they're voracious and dangerous.
Down here they are the apex predator. We get closer.
Yeah, they open up
Someone over?
like the tops of one tip of them opens up like the top of an alien egg, except this little serrated teeth. But yes, you find some. So yeah, basically you just have to take a sample.
Yeah, we'll take a number of samples. Not all of the samples we could possibly take, because we should try and take some from a few clusters. I'll take a few samples, and I'll get a sample of the water. Maybe because it'll be stuck onto some kind of rock-like thing, or
there's like vines or tendrils that like are attached onto the surface of the not the surface, the surface, the fourth seabed basically, and then they've just got these little things that cup around them like that, and you can just like pull them out of that.
I will take a sample of bits of the seabed where they attach as well. I guess we can find something from that.
So I guess you want to take, because you could also like snip some of the tendrils if you wanted to, or extract them from the actual seabed if you wanted to get something still attached to the vine.
Yeah, it's a pretty good idea.
Actually, she's giving you enough. The one container's big enough that you could probably put some of the seabed in with them still.
Oh, like they're still
inside.
attached. That's
Yeah.
probably a good idea. keep it as
And
intact
it's
as
easy to
possible.
keep it filled with water because all you do is open it up and all the water rushes in when you're underwater.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll take those samples, and if there's any other interesting and somewhat abundant vegetation close by, could relate to how it chooses where it wants to live. I'll get some of those.
All good.
We should look for a second cluster, or even a third, just to make sure we get all our variables.
Okay.
Swim back over and reattach to the sub.
Yep. Scan for another.
You should probably get off and put all your samples away safely first.
Let's be risky.
She's actually having trouble finding another cluster that isn't at least part of this one.
Are you able to... What if we just search for, instead of searching for it specifically, for environments similar to the last one we found?
Okay, I'll input the data. Negative as well.
Well, if that hasn't worked out, we could just try a... We should probably be heading back up soon. Let's just check a few random spots on the way back. Maybe with some movement we can get a better scan. And we'll head back up for more air and assess what we've got.
Okay, that's more like it. She does pick up another cluster on the way when you're heading on the way back.
Perfect. I've got to spot it. Rolling the most cocked. Yep, 15.
This one is slightly different. You find that they're less abundant, but the ones that are there are bigger.
Something note of the temperature.
No, that's a good idea. The natural temperature of both them and the water before we take them out. It could alter it. They're bigger here than they were before, but there's less of them. So maybe a colony of them takes too many resources. They can't quite grow as big.
The water's about 25 degrees Celsius.
And was that true of the last location, roughly? I'll record that data. Are they still... They're not so big that I couldn't get one into a sample jar?
Oh, it'd be easy to get one of the...
One of the larger...
Just it'd be a bit harder to get the living, like, terrarium sample, I'd call it. But...
I might be able to fabricate a larger container for a terrarium sample of one of them. Using some repair kits, maybe? Is that a thing I could roll for?
What would you be making the actual...
Mostly just out of the repair blocks for the fabricator.
so it wouldn't be transparent like the
No.
one she's given you.
I'd
It would
have
be
to...
completely contained.
Yeah, I'd have to then move it into something else later when we got a better capture box for it. But that would be something I could try.
You can try that.
Repair, I assume?
Yeah, because it's basically mechanical.
29.
Okay, yeah, you make a decent little
Just an
thing.
extra large container and harvest one of those samples, and also a re-harvest of the same types of samples from the first batch. Right, I think we might have everything we need for now. We definitely have an abundance of information to process.
Okay. Let's head back.
Let's do it. Thunk.
I'm bored.
I assume Rose is still just
Camping.
hanging with the brother.
Yeah, she's still there and camping.
And aim and camp.
Okay. So when the Batarian with the knife in his teeth climbs up the balcony, it's just like bam. That's it.
No recoil.
No, that doesn't count.
He stops under the bed.
Or from between the ceiling panels.
You didn't check under the bed, did you?
No. It's not normal. That's not normal behavior.
Batarian with knife in his teeth. Hello.
I don't
Alright.
care.
How you doing?
Fine until you look
Not
at the
Swiss
hand.
cheese full of holes. Yeah.
Tiala, you are sort of getting close to wrapping up things with Tess by this point.
Yep.
And she's like, thanks for helping. I feel a lot more like confident in the water. I mean, I'm not good at swimming, but I can at least float.
I'm not good at swimming either, but
It's so vast. It just keeps going. She says, looking out over the ocean.
yes, but not as vast as space.
Yeah, but
And
it's all picks up water, runs it through her fingers. It's all. This space is nothing. It's easy to have lots of nothing.
hens.
It's easy to have lots of nothing.
Well, you'll be hungry.
What are you implying?
Well, you've spent the better part of an afternoon in water exercising. That normally encourages an appetite.
Yes.
So, do you want to go back and have some tea?
Alright, maybe. If you're hungry, let's go back. You don't need to use me as an excuse to, if you're hungry, Tiala. Pats on the shoulder.
Hey, Tess.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
Launched her.
You launched her into the water. Okay, roll your biotics, I guess.
Oh man, Tiala, the Chad bully.
Oh, that's a 19 on the die.
No.
Ah, hey!
Hurry up. No, keep going.
He comes out like... runs up the beach and catches up with you. That was me.
You've done the same.
No. Not to you. Maybe to someone else.
But he's already in the water.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
So, Zalo, do you know why he's got this whole thing about not wanting to be touched? Has he talked to you about it?
I don't think you've talked to me about it at all, have you?
Not in any deep
No.
way.
He's not talked to me about it. I don't. When he wants to talk, he can. They all know I'm here to talk to them. Listen.
Okay, I just thought you might know.
Something in the has passed, obviously, so when he needs to talk, he'll talk.
Okay,
Why? You interested?
I'm concerned about him. Like, who doesn't want some kind of at least physical affection, even just like a hug? So it makes me concerned that he shies away from that.
I don't think it's something to be really concerned about. Not initially, anyway. It's more when he actually gets interested in people, then there's a problem. That's probably when he'll have a problem. But not being wanted to be touched is not an abnormal thing for some species. The problem with Sari is we're all about texture, feeling, emotions, sensory. There's not many Asari that don't crave some form of sensory.
That's true. Maybe... I mean, I know Quarians get, like, sick if they get out of their suits.
He may have got really sick when he was younger. His mum did say something about 2 balls. I don't know what that was about.
Oh, there was a story about that.
Oh?
She was telling it at that thing where you guys got the medals.
Oh, that...
You snooze, you lose.
GTA, motherfucker. GTB.
I'll notify everyone that we're going for dinner. I'll message Rosa just she wants something brought to her. Because I know what hospital food's like, so...
Better than the MREs she normally eats.
Yeah, just bring you a tray,
Yeah,
peel the top off, and there's just coloured blocks.
would appreciate a delivery. Was not looking forward to food here.
You've still got like chips and beer and stuff that Zalo brought.
Those are the snacks. Those
Yeah.
keep me going between meals.
No, fair enough.
They can't be the meal. It's
Well,
second dinner.
I'll say, Tess, I'm going to grab something. I'm going to shoot to the hospital and take something for Rosa because I don't think I can send anyone else there. If I send a courier, I think they might get shot. So it's safer if one of us do it.
They happen to send a 3-eyed Batarian food delivery guy.
So we're going to deliver the food personally?
Yes, Tess will deliver the food personally.
Okay.
We should test it to see what kind of food. Make sure it's not poison. That Rosa and her brother will like it.
So yeah, I'll go and get something made up to take away. And
There's plenty of stuff there with the restaurant.
before I do it, I'll say, for how many? Because I don't know if you're there alone or... I know that he's not there because obviously on Battle.net, but...
It's just me and my brother should be on hospital food for whatever.
So nothing for Brasinia or Serena.
She's with Zolo. They're swimming with a submarine. I didn't ask too much.
Okay, is this about the pickle?
Assumedly, yes.
Like, I didn't listen to the specifics, but probably.
I did give them a budget. Who knows what will result?
Was it enough to buy that base?
We've established a
It's just going to be ... How much would that retail for? Maybe? Oops.
At least it's not me buying it then. See you soon.
Then, as you said, there'll be another issue. I trusted Cinerina with the budget, not Zalo.
Have you seen how convincing Zalo is sometimes?
Yes, not at all.
Exactly.
Unless it's... No, I have a medical degree. I'm a doctor. I'm not a doctor. I'm something bitter.
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry, I don't know doctoring. I specialised in surgery.
we'll get some food for Rosa. And take the hospital. Take transport.
You gather that up and head to the hospital. You guys would probably get in when they're on the way. You'd probably get in back into the docking bay or the
Get the submarine
marina basically.
restored. Give it a little wash.
Will that seawater off with water?
Pretty much.
Well, it's with clean water.
Yeah. It should now doesn't have build up on the outside.
Scrape this Zalo off the front.
Buff out the little scratch marks from where it's standing. Right.
You want to get these back to your...
Yeah, we should get these back to the ship first.
Okay then.
Let's do it.
Load up the rapid transit with your samples and you two.
Get them all nice and tucked in with a little seatbelt, keeping them in place.
The containers, not the pickles.
Yeah, the containers containing the pickle.
He's got these little seatbelts in.
In the container.
When you take a ride. Is he having the song?
They're like balls, but tubes.
And then we'll take them to the Sentinel.
Okay. You head while you're heading there, then you two will arrive back at the hospital, I suppose.
Yeah, so I'll head in. I'll go to the front desk.
Hello, how may I help you?
I'm looking for the San Diego room, please.
Do you have identification?
Yes. And
Oh, of course. What's that you've got there?
food.
Of course, hospital food. If you walk through there, it'll automatically scan. I'm sure everything's fine, though. I know you're cleared for weapons anyway, so...
So I'll walk through.
Excuse me, while foreign food is allowed in here, please don't eat on the hallways.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sit in the car, not in here.
I was still finishing off the thing I was eating in the car.
Do you want to stay outside or you want to come in?
I'm coming in. I'm putting it away.
I'm not her mother.
Oh, that's a shame. She seems cute.
She is.
You guys head in. I assume you knock on the door. Or you just burst in like everyone else is doing?
I'll knock because
There's a knock on the door.
Colossus clump. Hey, boss.
how's he?
Doing well. Still sleeping.
It's the best.
If anything, the smell of food will probably wake him up, and then he can't have any.
There is enough for two in there.
Yes, but he's on hospital.
And I don't know how long you'll be here. At least it's enough food and you can choose.
Yeah. Well, Zarlo also already bought snacks, but then some of it's for him, and he left on a mission submarine and all. He's probably going to have a boat full of pickles.
Oh, I just... When you get done customs.
Yeah, well, I at least sent arenas with them, and I hope that's a moderating factor.
Or is it?
I hope so. Her interest also in the pickles is kind of alarming, but they talk nerd at one another about the pickles, so I can only assume it's a good thing.
It's like the pickles have some kind of mind control influence on nerves.
It's like a pod. I don't know what's in it. It's like a pod.
Hopefully not too far away. Again. We can discuss what to do next afterwards. Just get on his way home. Well, sorry.
It's weird. Rush to get home and yet also not super looking forward to getting there.
Why is that?
Oh, my mother said.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We got a message, and I said, "Oh, we can't guarantee we're always going to be there. Who knows when we'll be needed?"
Are you putting your mum off?
No, because she's already there. It's just we got called away on the thing, and I didn't think she was going to be there quite that fast. She must have actually sent that message while they were on the way. Just very mom.
Was she trying to catch you flat-footed?
Maybe. She's got some of the boys on station already, and poor Brazina was left home, so
Oh, she'll be enjoying herself.
apparently not, and she has been in communication with her sister. She's
What?
been being taught some traditional...
I'm sorry about my ignorance, but I don't.
yeah,
Sorry.
well, I suppose, sorry, you don't... We have the two separate genders, and we have gender...
No, I
roles.
know that. It's more, I don't know enough about the human cultures and their... I haven't had enough time to research or look into your...
In your case, it might be a case of pray you never know. It's more about saving money and cooking, learning how to cook, and taking care of the family and others, and that doesn't really high-fluting, action-paced.
It's not... I wouldn't have to really worry about that for a few more 100 years.
It's just around the corners.
But I mean, knowing us as we do, I can't even really picture the whole settling down family. I mean, that would be terrifying, having to leave them alone with our enemies out there, kind of thing.
I've done that for 50 years at the moment, so I think at some point you have to, not right away, but at some point maybe slow down, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Did somebody attack the buffet and take bites out of a couple of things?
Tess!
What?
Making sure it wasn't poison.
Oh, come on, don't act like it's a surprise. You knew I was eating on the way in.
I didn't realise you were eating hers.
Well, there's nothing here for me. Or is there?
That's what the other bag...
Runs over to other bag. It's okay, you can have some of this since I ate some of yours.